to this Skywatch weather special, it only takes one. Technology and better forecasting have made tracking hurricanes more sophisticated and more accurate than ever before. Like with forecasting for severe weather, there are a lot of factors that we take into consideration in the tropical world as well. For one, we're in a weak El Nino, at least through the summertime and into the early fall. But what does that mean for us? Well, El Nino is a weather pattern that produces more shear. What is shear, you may ask? Shear is essentially the changing of wind direction with height through the atmosphere. And what that means in an easy way to know, it suppresses hurricane development. Right now, we also know that there are cool, near normal sea surface temperatures in the Gulf and the Atlantic. In order to have energy and strengthen these storms and help with development, we need temperatures that are at least 80 degrees or greater, although we do know that systems can form at any point of the year, even when the waters aren't as warm. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that this season. Colorado State University is one of many who put out an outlook. They just recently updated this to say that 14 named storms are expected, 6 of which they think will become hurricanes, 2 of those major hurricanes, and of course we know a major hurricane is a category 3, 4, or 5. As we look at the 30-year average and see how that compares, 12 is the average of the number of storms that we have named. 6 of those that become hurricanes, 3 of those are actually major hurricanes. And another list we take close attention to, or at least pay a close attention to, is the one from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. This year they're calling for 9 to 15 named storms, 4 to 8 hurricanes, 2 to 4 of those becoming major hurricanes. But how does that stack up to last year? Well, we saw 15 named storms last year. 8 were hurricanes. 2, of course, were major hurricanes. We know them, Florence and Michael. So we'll just have to see how this season turns out. We have a list of names for this season as well. We've already marked Andrea off the list for an early storm ahead of the season, but there are a lot of names to choose from as we continue on through the year. If we stick to the average number of storms, we would end our list at Lorenzo. However, if we see something similar to last year, where we have 15 named storms, our list would then end at Olga. As we wrap up this special coverage, we leave you with tips on how you can keep your family prepared.
There's a renewed understanding now that these storms can maintain hurricane strength well into Georgia. It had been many years since that had happened, but now people need to be aware that it can. So get your emergency supply kits stocked up now and be prepared to go so you're not rushing around with everybody else at the next threat.
Plan for supplies that'll last you and your family, as well as your pet, for at least 5 days. And make sure you have multiple ways to get weather updates during the storm. May the odds be ever in our favor.
Fox 31 Skywatch Special. It only takes one. Presented by Air Pro Heating and Cooling.